Thank you.
Partnership with Chad Huseby and Servus Credit Union with the positive ticket programming and the RCMP is an asset to our membership in the Three Hills detachment area. It allows our members to have positive interactions with youth, and it really helps us build a strong sense of community in our detachment area.
This would be a good example of while out on patrol in a community where we can issue a positive ticket for two youth that are riding their bikes with their helmets on. So I'll pull them over now.
I'm Constable Bart Warner with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Thanks for watching our video. Please vote for Chad Huseby for the next top credit union executive in 2013.
All right, 13 months ago, I started to change the way that people in 3 Alberta communities feel about law enforcement and my credit union. Over the next 5 or 6 minutes, I'm going to tell you how I did it and why I did it. In 2009, 3 Alberta credit unions merged together to form Alberta's first province-wide credit union. Following the merger, over 2,000 employees gathered to select what the vision statement would be for this newly merged credit union moving forward. The selected vision statement was Servus Credit Union builds a better world, one member at a time. A truly powerful vision statement. I want you to try to remember this statement, and I'm gonna reference it multiple times throughout my presentation, but it's one of the many reasons why I'm proud to work for Servus Credit Union and within the credit union industry, and it also served as a major motivating factor why I implemented the positive ticketing program. In June of 2012, I accepted the branch manager position of the Delburne branch of Servus Credit Union. Immediately after accepting the branch manager position, I began to look around the community of 800 people for various centers of influence that I could strategically align myself with to help foster growth both in the branch and the community. One of the first places I looked was to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. When I think of police, I think of 2 values, trust and integrity. People trust these men and women of law enforcement to keep their families and communities safe. They also trust that these people will be there for them in times of need. When I think of the great work that we do in the credit union industry, people trust us with their financial future, and they trust us that we'll be there for them in times of financial need and hardship. When I looked at our vision statements, Servus Credit Union aims to build a better world one member at a time. And with the RCMP, their vision statement of building safer, stronger communities for all of their citizens. And then I looked at the overarching tie-in back to corporate social responsibility and how both organizations are benefited by encouraging citizens to be better citizens and better people. So I knew I was looking in the right spot. Thus, I invited Sergeant Joe Sangster and Constable Bart Warner, who you've seen in the video, out for a golf game. After letting both gentlemen beat me, I pitched them the idea of implementing the positive ticketing program in our area. Thankfully, they loved the program. And not just because I let them beat me at the golf game, but because they seen how the program could truly be mutually beneficial to both our organizations and how there was a true strong alignment between both Servus Credit Union and the RCMP. I'm proud to say within a month and a half of that first meeting, the first positive ticket was issued and redeemed at one of the 3 participating branches. To date, in 13 months, over 300 tickets have been issued in our trading area. When I talk to RCMP members about why they love the program, they tell me it breaks up the monotony of their days. So they're not always simply focused on just negative tickets with negative actions, speeding tickets, the ones we're all familiar with. Now they can shift their focus to looking for positive things in youth and rewarding and encouraging positive behaviors. And that's truly powerful. Secondary to that, it breaks down the walls between citizens and law enforcement agencies. So maybe next time that a youth in the community sees a law enforcement officer approaching them, they might not assume that it's simply for a negative purpose. And that can be huge as far as building rapport. So that's why they love the program. One of the coolest things that's happened with this program, in July of this year, a positive ticketing quota was established in the detachment. So you guys all know about the negative ticketing quota, but now there's a positive ticketing quota that they're all holding themselves accountable to writing each month. And that was with no influence from Servus Credit Union. So it just shows you the level of buy-in that we've had. As far as the impact for Servus Credit Union and why it's been successful for us, It allows members to see and touch and feel that vision statement that I shared with you earlier, of building a better world one member at a time. When people's grandsons or granddaughters come home with this positive ticket in hand, if I can get it out of my pocket, this positive ticket in hand, it allows them to truly connect the dots of how we're building a better world one member at a time and how we're committed to building stronger communities. And with Servus as a sole sponsor at the bottom, when this ends up in the fridge, it's a very powerful thing. Secondary to this, it drives traffic into rural branches. So I work at a branch, a village of 800 people. We struggle with traffic flow at times. There's lots of times where there's very few members that come into the branch in any given day. The great thing about this program, these parents or grandparents often accompany these children into the branch to redeem the tickets. So those are touch points that we never would have had before this program started. And we feel that these touch points are extremely valuable to building stronger relationships. As far as return on value, we're now starting to track every single ticket that's handed out. So 215 tickets have been redeemed at our branches. We're starting to look at the immediate snapshot of the immediate family members of these individuals, and we're going to track that over a 12, 24-month period to truly see what the return on value is. This program's only cost Servus Credit Union $900 year to date, so a very low-cost program. Last thing about Servus Credit Union and how it benefits us, when I sit in my manager's chair and I see a 5 or 6-year-old come in with one of these positive tickets in hand, proud as punch, it truly lifts the morale of the branch up 2-3-fold. And I wish all of you could see that experience and how it truly impacts our members. The future of this positive ticketing program is bright. We're very fortunate at Servus Credit Union to have a branch network of 107 branches. This program's currently in 3 branches. We just added a 4th branch November 1st. So the room for expansion is very large. We're going to continue to build that return on value piece. And lastly, I just want to leave you with this. It allows our members to truly see that we're committed to that vision statement that we as employees committed to in 2009, and that is an extremely powerful thing in our industry. Thanks for watching. Please vote for Chad Huseby, Next Top Credit Union Executive 2013.
Fabulous job, Chad. Let's start with Ron. Do you have a question for Chad?
I may have missed it, but you were talking about redemption.
Yep.
And what do they get for the redemption?
Sure. So we have a tickle trunk at the branch of prizes, and it's just kind of low-cost Servus Credit Union branded prizes. So footballs, backpacks, flashlights, that kind of stuff that kids, that youth like with our brand on it.
Okay, and you also mentioned that it cost Servus $900. Is that where the cost came in?
Yeah, that's where the cost, and to produce these 500 tickets.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
We've got a couple more minutes left. You were very snappy and on time.
Thanks, Tim.
How about you, Stacy?
Hi, Chad.
Hi.
One of the things that I really liked that you said that we, as a credit union movement, can completely integrate with is the trust and integrity, and you're leveraging that across with the Royal Mounted Police, so I thought that was a really nice parallel. When you look forward in maybe a year or so, where are some other types of entities within your community that you think you could maybe expand this relationship or continue to foster?
Sure. Well, it's a great question, and one of the great things about Delburne, I'm very fortunate that Bart Warner, who you've seen on the video, he's also the school resource officer. So in Canada, we have RCMP in the school that help, with the school programs and stuff like that. So I've been able to develop a very strong relationship with the school in Delburne. We're very fortunate to have a kindergarten to grade 12 school in a village of 800 people. So secondary to my relationship with the RCMP, my relationship with the school is just as strong.
Okay, great, thank you.
Awesome. We've got one short question if we've got it. How about you, Dee Dee?
Just a couple comments. I'm really impressed what you did. I love the integration of, as a mother of a lot of children, I love the piece about trusting and building relationship with police force and connecting that to a future. And do you have any kids yourself?
Yeah, I think they're watching. Hi, Jason Kyden. I got a 2.5-year-old and a 10-month at home. So two boys. Yeah.
So too early to get positive ticket?
Too early, yeah. Unless you want to write them one.
I'd be happy to. Thank you.
Thanks.
Fantastic. Way to go, Chad.
Thanks, Tim.